Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dragon Project. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. After I played it, this is my review. Without going into too much detail, because I don't know who's listening, maybe you haven't played the game yet. Bayek is faced with some great trauma, that affects his life, and he's ultimately on a hunt for revenge. Yeah, it's just pretty much his pursuit, but not just. What's so cool about this game, and I think what connected us to Ezio, right, is the fact that it's not just revenge as much as it is this discovery of self through their pursuit of revenge, right? It's like with Ezio, you felt like there was progression. Like by the time Ezio was an old man, like you felt like this man, like he had went through it. And I definitely felt that with Bayek. Bayek's personal journey and self-discovery was just very impactful. Again, for me, if you spend the time just like really taking your time playing the game, you don't rush through it. Take your time. You will experience just this connection. You'll listen to these stories. You pass by this one place, and then Bayek will say something about how it related to his past or someone that he encountered before, or there are a few missions like that where you run into people that and that you don't necessarily remember, but Bayek has a memory of them. I'm sure you guys know this. It's like those games where you'll play, it almost seems like a carbon copy. It's like you go a few meters in the game and it looks like it's the exact same place that you started from. I genuinely, I'm sure it's in there somewhere, but A Creed Origins, I didn't catch that. I was just amazed, genuinely, and shocked at the detail, the gameplay, the visual fidelity. This game is beautiful. It is massive. Not only is it just visually gorgeous, but there are just so many great and amazing details in Assassin's Creed Origins. Like in the game, there were also these moments where there would be mirages that would happen, and I don't know. I know that just sounds super small and just like, okay, but what about like the story and whatever? But no, yeah, I just want to discuss that because those things first for me, they matter. I think that oftentimes, we in reviews, just the broad strokes, it's like, how's the gameplay, how's the story, and how's this, and does it look good? And those things are greatly important. We're going to get into those as well. But first, I wanted to mention just, the eye contact, even when it's not a genuine cutscene, it's just like the in-game discussions, the footprints in the sand, how he gets out of breath when you run for a long time. You can hear his breathing. You see other animals hunt other animals. Those things to me are amazing, and I think that for somebody out there that's listening, I'm sure they're gonna be like, "Whoa, yeah!" That's the stuff that I like. It's the fine details. So I would definitely say the story, obviously, is a key and amazing part of the game. But what makes it so great are those additional details that I mentioned before. Because we've all had, these moments where it's like, but why am I doing this? Why am I on this why am I on this journey? Why do I care this much? I think this A Creed, you'll know why you care, I personally, for me, my two favorite, I'm sure you could tell from my discussion, I love Ezio. Ezio was just an amazing character, but I would say Brotherhood was my favorite A Creed before Assassin's Creed Origins. That was one of the reasons why I believe that they were so effective, just because their personal connections and their personal development. Assassin's Creed Origins is very much so familiar and different, from the combat, from you choosing your different weapons and really having to master your weapons. Another thing that I will add about Assassin's Creed that was kind of just a little odd to me as well was I did like those sequences where you would kind of encounter the future people, the aliens or the creators, of all the artifacts, like the Apple of Eden, all that stuff. I did like that, but I felt like it was a little too, the dialogue just kind of felt off. And I think the voice actors for that weren't very good. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, like some of the extra higher in lore of A Creed, like it's just a little over my head. It started to get a little bit too like Kingdom Heartsy. You know how like in some games how like there's all these different maps, I mean like levels on the maps, right? And it's like you for the most part expect the game to take you through each, like the main story mission to take you through each of those maps. You know, it's like you gotta go here to go here, go to here, go there. A Creed doesn't do that. Once the game gets to level 35, like you're basically done with the game. So like the level, I killed the boss. I was a level 40 and I killed the final boss person at 35 in their level 40 area. So I was like surprised that was the end. You know what I mean? Because I finished it and I was like, wait a second, like don't I have all these other areas to go to that I didn't go to because I thought that I was going to go to them because of the story? No. Once you get to like level 35, I would say if you are on the fast pace of getting that story done, I'd say damn near just stop. Go to all the other places you haven't gone to, experience all the other things. If you want to get the final form or the that outfit, definitely do that. And yeah, you know, the game was amazing. I would definitely say that it is, to me, the best Assassin's Creed game to date. If you haven't played any of the A Creeds before, first off, you can start just off of this. But then secondly, if you played the A Creeds like me before and you kind of fell off and you were just like, you know, like, I don't believe the hype, this A Creed is a different beast. Not only is it a beautiful game, but I think in truth it is also a game that really shows the creativity of those that created it. I think that they push the boundaries on so much that an A Creed game can be. I know that, at least for me and a lot of the people that I discuss A Creed with, a lot of my friends, we were really upset with the franchise for a long time. Like every game felt lackluster. Every experience, I would say everything to me versus just to me. I don't, you know, I know there's other people that are like, oh my God, I love that word. You know, oh my God, I love Connor. I didn't. You know, to be honest, I didn't. You know, and I think that's the thing. It's not so much that maybe it wasn't not a good game, but it just wasn't memorable. It didn't make me feel like I was experiencing something. I didn't feel connected to Arno. You know, I didn't feel connected to Connor as much, or like I said, Edward, or Syndicate. Like that game, I don't even but Assassin's Creed Origins, I felt connected. I almost felt like it's funny too, because Bayek's personality in his way, he kind of makes you just feel like you're an ordinary person, with like an ordinary person that really just wants to make a difference. It's like us as gamers, us as people in the community, there's plenty of games that like come out and they're cool. There are plenty of games that come out and they may visually stun you, but if they don't feel like they have that like layered beauty, that versatile kind of way of being, sometimes they fall short. And I think this is a game that definitely thrived off of its versatility. This is a game that thrived off of its creativity. And Assassin's Creed Origins, to me, is definitely one of the best games out. So check it out. And yeah, that's my review. It's a good game. All right. Lastly, every like, every share is much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you'd like to support us, click our links below. And yeah, we'd greatly appreciate it. This is a new channel and we're just getting started, but we're here to stay and we're having a good time. So thank you for listening. All right, take care.